So, we've got a cup final to look forward to. The Connaught Shield final, by the way, is against the winners of Ballingar or Moyne Villa. But today was a test against Cloonfad. 1-0 down at half time. Jack Dawson turned the game around, and it was just pure tension out there. But how do you sum the game up?
Yeah, in fairness to Cloonfad, they were set up really well. We struggled to break them down, and they did a good game plan, to be fair to them. And I suppose we couldn't live with them for the first half. We just couldn't seem to break them down. I think we didn't do the basics well the first half. Kind of get in at half time, regrouped, and I think second half there we were well on top. So once I think we got the first and second goal, we were comfortable enough after that. But it was a good game. Fair play to Cloonfad, so a good side.
And I have to say, Cloonfad had fabulous support today, along with the ultras. And their chant of about the Barbers, was that directed at you?
I have a feeling they did the research. I have a feeling that was directed at me by the sounds of it from what everyone was saying. But yeah, they were brilliant actually. It was actually a great atmosphere at the game, which are good games to play. Like, fair play to them. They're a good setup here, and they're good fans and that. But and look, they're a good side as well. They're well set up. But yeah, I think that was aimed at me now.
And your first game back since the Evergreen game in January, and we've been on a roll since winning all our matches. And how does it feel to be back on a winning team?
Yeah, good now actually. Yeah, I've struggled with the abductor the last few weeks, but yeah, it was great to be back in. And look, it was a good game to come back into today. It was a good battle out there, so I'd say it'll probably stand me in good stead now going forward.
And then we're back in action Thursday night away to Casper Celtic, the Mayo Derby.
Yeah,
one to look forward to.
Yeah, huge game. Look, I don't think much else needs to be said about that. Two teams are top the league at the minute as well, so it'll be a huge game and it'll be a good battle. And look, it'll be a good test for us to see where we are as well. But look, it'll be a big one Thursday evening.
And the weekend also saw great wins by other teams in the club. A couple of joint Killinacks as well.
Yeah, exactly. The Bees are flying as well. They had a great win against Ballyhane today, but that's no surprise really, because the Bees they train with us. You can see how good players they are as well. But it's brilliant for ourselves as well, because it pushes everyone knowing that there's players there. It's a young team, that B team, so we know they're jumping at the bit to get up and play with us. Like, so yeah, great win for the Bees. The under-18s as well is a great win as well. So been a good weekend for the club.
It certainly has been indeed, and thanks very much.
Thanks, Ken.
So, Cloonfad, Connaught Shield Semi Final, big home crowd, the whole community getting behind the team, plus ultras, 1-0 down at the break and pulling the game around in the second half to win 2-1. A right battle, made to work very hard, and at times we didn't know how to unlock their door. But how would you describe the game yourself?
A complete battle from start to finish, one that we didn't really cope with in the first half. It took us a long time to get the grips with it. Huge credit to Cloonfad. I think they set up fantastic in the way they set up for the game and their approach, the amount of work they put into the game. They kept it very simple, and they made it really difficult for us. Now, we should probably be able to deal with that a little bit better, but you have to remember that's quite a young side, learning on the job, and this will have been a different experience for them, and you have to give us huge credit for our ability to turn that around. Many other teams mightn't have, and to get that win, and for that we're hugely proud of them.
And when you have to look at the contrast from Thursday night to today, Thursday night was a football match based largely on technique, flair and good passing, while today was about grit, graft and determination and battle. A total contrast, and it was certainly a scenario the lads had to adapt with, and as the game grew on they grew more into that.
Indeed, and the game can be played in many different ways, and coming away from home here to a place like this, we're a local side, they're proud and they're passionate about their team. They were always going to work incredibly hard, and we may not have experienced that too often in the Super League, where the games can be a little bit more technical, and we maybe have a little bit more space at home on a really good pitch. We didn't have that today. We didn't have any space, and every ball was contested. And you know, you have a hometown crowd calling for every decision, and we had to cope with that. And you know, at times we struggled, but eventually we got the grips with it, and then we got through. And I think, to be fair, I think we had a goal that was probably over the line, and it was quite clear to everybody else. We had one or two other decisions that didn't go away, but when everything was going against us, when we weren't playing particularly well, the big plus is that group of players managed to come through that battle, and that for us is a huge step forward.
And moving on from that, Jack Dawson coming on as the sub, won a Connaught Shield medal yesterday with the under-18s, chipped in with 2 goals. the second goal was well hit.
Yeah, well, it's probably cements the fact that Jack Dawson, at 17 years old, is probably a big game player. He has that edge, he has that nerve to go out there and do what he has to do. We missed him, clearly missed him for the first 60-65 minutes of that game, and his impact when he came in was huge. And we have that little bit of strength and depth now that maybe we didn't have this time last year. And we were carrying a few injuries with the likes of Alex. So again, it's great now that we have strength and depth off the bench, that we can change games if we have to. And huge credit to Jack to come in and change that game. He should be very proud of his efforts. And
I have to say that the game management at the end was pretty well managed, actually, holding the ball up in around the corner and winding the clock down. I thought there was great game management by the players.
Absolutely. I think in the past we have a tendency to play a little bit of ping pong football. We keep going for the third, but the boys it was a warm day. They settled. They tried to see out the clock, and I think they did it successfully.
And after today, they can pull up their feet for a couple of days, and then it's the Mayo Derby on Thursday night away to Castlebar Celtic, and that'll be a right test for the lads.
It'll be a huge test. I think in Celtic come through their semi-final till against Saltave. That's a big statement in its own right. The games are coming thick and fast. We're getting very little rest time. Back to training on Tuesday, back into a massive game, then a massive game at the weekend against Ballyhane. So, but look, these lads love these games. They love the excitement of it, and going to Celtic Park next Thursday night is going to be a huge occasion, and one they should be looking forward to.
And I'm sure today will give them that bit of confidence as well, and it'll set up for a cracking match.
It should be a great game, and if anything else today, they'll have learned plenty of battling qualities out of today, and hopefully we can bring that into Thursday.
And not only here today, there are a couple of great wins back home by the Fulham team and the B team, and of course, as you were there yesterday, the under-18s in the Connaught Shield final. So it was a totally positive weekend for the club.
It's been fantastic. The ladies won on Friday night, didn't they?
They did indeed.
Fantastic result. I was at the 18s yesterday. I really enjoyed the game. I thought I put in a superb performance, and a great finish to underage football for that group of lads, and fair play to Porrick, Miles and Dave and all the work they've done with that group. Another fantastic performance by the Seas to come through that result against Partry in the Cup. And again, before we played this morning, the Bees went out and put in a superb performance to be the Super League side in Ballyhane and come through to the next round of the Mayo Cup. So all in all, if you look at it, and all the football we played over the last 2 or 3 weeks, a fantastic weekend. Reward for all the work that's been put in, and we go back to work. That's the next step. You keep moving forward.
Indeed, and we look forward to talking to you again on Thursday night in Castlebar, and let's hope it'll be another great night for the parish.
Be a great night of football.
Thank you very much.